Monday. Okay. That's really cool that we can go like inside houses and stuff. Okay. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Thank you. So what I'm looking for is something that fits perfectly into this little doodad. Unless this is another thing where it's like this one. Because it could be that one. Or it could be that one. No, it can't be that one. It's on the wrong side. But why would it be see-through? Are the other ones like that? I could ring the bell and call in a see if I have any notes that might lead somewhere interesting. No, go away. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Go away, hint. Thank you. No! Keystone Manor exudes quiet luxury, and its halls maintained by a handful of discreet, tight-lipped staff who declined my request to meet the family. Well, because I didn't want to go there. Wait. A portrait of some dead lord eyes me suspiciously as I enter the room and start absent-mindedly opening drawers. The room is cold and austere, and I'm about to leave when I spot a crate under the chest of drawers. This could be something. Ooh, that's pretty. I would like something like that in my house. So it's like a goddess symbol. I have nothing to remark. Okay. Customer. Mailman! Not sure about this fog today. It's an eerie atmosphere out there, especially with those damn ravens again. Here's your letter. It's usually fierce black dogs I worry about, but not big black birds. Better off inside, I reckon. Okay. Letter. The triangle has intrigued me ever since I first heard about it as a young boy. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? Did someone plant them? I know you'll at least have heard of it, but did you know this? I calculated that exact center point, and there's a small clearing there. It can't be a coincidence. What's more, there is a certain energy about it, not entirely welcoming either. I wonder if you might take a look yourself, Thomas Pope and Hamish. All right, Thomas. There's like a triangle. Something triangle. Oh. Sure enough, as I approach the center of the curious triangular copse at the heart of the heathwood, I come across a clearing. A tree that has been split in two stands in the center. Sunlight breaks through, and I take a deep breath of cleansing pine air. You go there. Anything else? No. Almost immediately, I'm struck by a sense of ominous power, and my intuition tells me that there is something unusual here at the heart of the wood. I examine the broken tree and notice some strange markings carved into the trunk. Heart beating faster, I spot something else embedded in the wood. 3 pendants arranged in a triangle shape. Sorry, my sock is falling down. Have I pet the cat today? I don't know. Items discovered. Ooh. Alright, you are all hangy thingies. Let's do... yeah. Alright, next. Ghost Foley. It's been many years since I performed the Riot of the Red Knives, but I can still remember every step. I'd do it one more time before I die if I could, only to get my hands on the Orford Spire. I tried that place in Ardside and they sent me here. Orford Spire. You. During the Rite of the Red Knives, an Orford Spire is fully submerged in goat's blood for 9 days and 9 nights. When performed correctly, the rite is said to impart vitality and clarity for thought, although perhaps not for the goat. Not what I wanted to do. Okay. Is it this one? Yeah! The thing covered in blood. 2 of the points of the item are visible in the sketch. Closer inspection reveals dry blood, suggesting this item has been submerged in blood. Gross. Amphisian Talon. The League of the Amphisian Heart uses these items as part of its grim initiation rite. They guard their secrets closely, but it is said that they worship the ancient nameless gods, communing with them via the broken path. Acolytes must press the tip of the talon hard against their cheekbone to the point of drawing blood. They perform this act nightly for 49 days, seven sevens, after which the scar will forever mark them. Oh! Like the doctor. Right? But then she would have had to do it like a million times. What is it? Amphisian Talon? Oh, it's just the one. Right, I keep pressing the wrong button. Alright, you have been discovered. Hello, Eli. I need to go away for a few days again. The Order of the Black Veil will have the information I'm looking for. They seek to understand the world beyond death, drinking an elixir that sinks them into a deep trance. If I'm right, they may be able to shed some light on these events. The only problem is, I burned that bridge long ago. Could you hand me that Guise of Lillian? It won't be the first time I've used one to get around their hatred of me. A Guise of Lillian. Ooh. Oh, yeah, okay. This one. Sir? Yay! The item has an ammonite fossil embedded in it. Closer inspection reveals that it produces an out-of-body feeling. Tenebrand Cloak. Well, upon activation, a Tenebrand Cloak can create a sphere of enshrouding darkness that will cloak all within its reach. A single stone set in bronze gives power to those totems. Interesting. Alright, so I'm running out of space already. Gotta open this cabinet and get more space. Rebecca Rose. Hello. Oh, is that a cat? My eyes may have completely gone now, but it's good to know I still have my cat senses. I do hope I'm in the right place. My daughter told me about a shop that specializes in unusual items. My life's joy has always been painting. Without that in my life, I'm afraid I'm a bit of a loss. I know what I will never see again, but there is anything in your collection that might help me paint again? I feel a little foolish for asking. It seems such a small thing, but to me it means everything. Ares Remnant or the Spirit Eye. Rebecca rose. Rebecca's eyesight deteriorated very quickly several years ago, and now she's just barely able to distinguish dark and light. This affliction has robbed her of the thing she brought her the most joy in this world, painting, and yet it has not robbed her of her determination, or her kindness, or her love of life. When she learned of Strange Antiquities and that it might hold a way to restore her sight, she was hesitant. She never did anything without careful consideration, but eventually her desire to paint again won over, and she decided to risk. The risk was worth taking. Aww. As an artist myself, losing my eyesight is like probably one of my biggest fears. Ares Remnant or the Spirit Eye. Ares Remnant. These objects induce a form of synesthesia, where colors and tones, light and shadow, can be felt through touch. They are sometimes used by those who work in low light conditions, such as miners. The gemstones in the Ares Remnant are arranged in the shape of the constellation that shares its name. That's really cool. And then the other one was what? Spirit Eye? Spirit Eye. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into the world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as knowing more than superstition. It is not clear exactly what they do show, another layer beneath the visible world perhaps, a layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. Alright, let's see if I can get an Ares Remnant for you. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Okay, I think it's this one. Yay! The gemstones are arranged in the Aries constellation. Older Cynthian charms are carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of the planetary metals. No two are identical. They are used by horticulturists to encourage stubborn plants to thrive. They change with the weather, usually quite cold, but warm and tingly to the touch while it's raining. So something that is cold today would be warm on a rainy day. So that's going to go up there. Clarence Hawker. Those ravens have done for 3 more poor boogers. 2 of them up at the Cowgirth and another fella, a fisherman. People are getting a bit panicky around here. Nothing natural about folk turning up with eyes all black like that. And now this fog, too. With the nights drawing in and me working late, I refuse to walk down Hallbrook Road without so much as a lantern. I had something nice and bright in mind. A sunbond. Sunbond. A sunbond is small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly, and made of non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth and the light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the darkest gloom. Okay, so if I open this gemstone, the sunstone, so it just needs possibly a amber, yellow or orange, sometimes containing impurities. The sunstone, fire and light beat heat and life. So is this an amber? Bronze and orange gemstone. Okay. Polished. Feels a little warmer than I would expect. And maybe that is it. I have nothing to remark. So let's see. Because it's also either this one too. Nope, it's this one. This item has an ember gemstone, a stone of light. It is made of bronze, a non-precious metal. Closer inspection reveals that it is strangely warm. Sweet. A serene ward. Made from the basilisk scales, a material known to endure intense heat. These unusual objects permit the bearer to withstand fire and flame and remain unharmed. They do not, however, offer protection against the deadly basilisk itself. Boy, I'm fun at parties. Audrey Bell. She has a scar on her chin. Bend your ear to the trees. Hold your palm out to the wind. The ravens can feel it. Can you? Something is stirring. I will need the Halogen Grim in the coming days. Halogen Grim. These eerie creations were worn by priests of Hagar in various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. The sacrament to ask for his protection, Wolfsong's truth to seek his judgment, path of the warrior to help dead find their way. The sacrament to ask for his protection, Wolfsong's truth to seek his judgment, path of the warrior. Okay. Sacrament. Also Halogen. Protection. This is actually really cool that they have a thing. Okay. So it doesn't say what it is. So pet the cat. But it says that they wear it. Worn by priests, so it has to be one of these. And it's made up of 3 different items. So it'd be like or something with gemstones in it. Nope. Audrey Bell. Followers of the warrior god Hagar are not easy to come by, but they make up for their low numbers with zeal and grandiosity. Their priests have all the self-appointed authority of a village fete organizer, and the power struggles between the clergy and the acolyte are as bitter and hard-fought as many of the debate about bunting or cake stands. Audrey has strong opinions about death and the afterlife, perhaps forgetting that the god she follows is best known for sending thousands of people reluctantly to it, but had very little to say about its substance. Alright, so something you wear. Wait. So you need protection, truth, and warrior. So that's protection, that's truth. What would be considered warrior? Death, maybe? Yeah, okay, so it would be dead. So I'm looking for these 3 symbols. I'm looking for this fish, I'm looking for the 2 diamonds, and I'm looking for the weird ass ohm symbol. Okay. So I don't think it's this one. It has to be, it's not these. This doesn't have any of the symbols that I was looking for, and it's not you. So, orange gemstone, gold, and wood. And they would be, it's warm, polished, warm. Sounds are muffled in its presence. Oh, I know what this is. This is the other thing. This is not what we're looking for. But this is not made up of 3 things. This is only made up of 2 things. Okay. Maybe it's not an amulet? I don't know why it wouldn't be an amulet. That's weird. Bronze. Raised detailing. Nothing. Nothing. My heart feels lighter. I don't think that's what that is about. No. It wouldn't be the goddess. This one has the protection symbol, but I don't think you can wear it. I wonder if this broke the game. Oops. Okay. What's happening on my phone? I'm looking for an eerie item. Oh. Means I have it, but... Okay. An eerie item. Inner perception. My heart feels lighter, so it wouldn't be that. I have nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. You're eerie. Well, it was not that. Nothing to remark. I don't like how this makes me feel. So that's an eerie-ish item. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Okay, I'm gonna try this one. No, okay. What's your next hint? The sketch shows a priest with their back to me, but if they were wearing a Haljan grim, perhaps there is a clue there? Ooh, oh, ooh, okay. There you go. Yeah. The mask is an eerie item that can be worn. The sketch shows a priest wearing the mask with their back to us. Using the index, we can find a sketch of Hagar, to whom the mask bears a striking resemblance. Okay, the gemstone is Vivianite, the stone of death. Cool. Lead heart. These items depict the god Cernunnos and his non-human form. They are heavier than they look due to a core of lead hidden by a more modest exterior. They are said to kindle romantic interest and sometimes given as wedding gifts. Cool. All right. Inside was the reason they had toiled so hard. A small black casket. A very valuable small black casket. They knew enough not to open it, but perhaps too little to fully understand the danger it posed. It's a rock. Oh no, it's stairs. Okay, so this one is, okay, this answers my question. Up the stairs, left, then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. Okay, but we're not allowed to, like, go in his house, right?